5.8 Slope-Intercept Form. When we are working with Slope-Intercept Form, we are using the formula y equals mx plus b. This formula or equation is in Slope-Intercept Form. Your m is your slope and your b is your y-intercept. The sign in front of your b takes the sign of your y value in your y-intercept. So if we look at example 1, it asks us to find the slope and the y-intercept of y is equal to 3/5 x plus 2. So remember, our formula is y equals mx plus b. So our m is our slope, and in this case it's 3/5. And then our b, or our y-intercept, is 2, which means it's the ordered pair 0, 2. Again, your y-intercept is going to keep the sign that's in front of that term or that number. For example 2, we have y is equal to 4x. Well, again, this is the same thing as y equals mx plus b. In this case, our b is just 0. So our slope is 4, or 4 over 1. And our y-intercept, our b, is 0. So that's the point 0, 0, or the origin. For our next example, it's telling us to write an equation of each line in slope-intercept form given the slope and an ordered pair that's on the line. So we have a slope of 3 and the ordered pair 2, 5. So if we're using y is equal to mx plus b, look at all of the values that we have. We have a slope, which is m, that's 3. We have an ordered pair 2, 5, so our x is 2, our y is 5. So we're going to plug all of these in and solve for our b. Once we get our b, we're going to use our slope and our y-intercept, so our m, which is 3, and whatever b is, and put it into slope-intercept form, the y equals mx plus b. So if we start here, we have a y, which is 5, is equal to m, which is 3 times x, which is 2, plus b. We're solving for b. So the 3 times 2 is 6. 5 is equal to 6 plus b. We're going to move the 6 over by subtracting it from each side. And we're going to get that -1 is equal to b. If b is equal to -1 and m is equal to 3, we're going to put this in slope-intercept form. So y is equal to 3x minus 1. For example b, we have a line that passes through the points 0, 5, and 2, 13. So we can do this one of two ways. First, we can use the slope of these 2 points and then find the y-intercept using one of the points, or we can realize that we have to find the slope either way, find that, and then we already have the y-intercept because the y-intercept is the point 0, something. Well, these points that we have is 0, 5, and 2, 13. That 0, 5 is our y-intercept, so automatically b is equal to 5. So again, we're going to use our slope formula. Remember, our slope formula is that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Plug those values in. y2, we can use 13 minus y1, which is 5, over 2 minus 0. 13 minus 5 gives us 8, and 2 minus 0 is 2. 8 over 2 simplifies to be 4. So our slope is 4, our y-intercept is 5. Oops. If we plug this into our slope-intercept formula, we have y is equal to m, which is 4, x plus b, which is 5. For c, they give us the slope of -1 and the point 32. So we're going to do the same thing. Our slope, our m, is -1. Our b we don't know. Our x is 3, and our y is 2. So y equals mx plus b. Y is 2, is equal to m, -1, times x, which is 3, plus b. Solve for b. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. 2 is equal to negative 3 plus b. Get the b by itself. Add the 3 over to both sides. We have 5 is equal to b. So now that we have b and we have our m, we can use it in slope-intercept form. So y is equal to m, which is negative 1, x plus 5. Now if we look at D, we have 2 points. We have 1, 4, and 3, 18. Neither of these in this case are our y-intercept. So we not only have to find the slope, but we have to find the y-intercept as well. So we're first going to find the slope. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So our slope here, we have the points 1, 4, and 3, 18. So we're going to do 18 minus 4 over 3 minus 1. 18 minus 4 is 14. 3 minus 1 is 2. 14 over 2 is the slope of 7. From here, we have to find the y-intercept. So you need to choose one of those 2 points. I'm going to use the 1, 4. So we have a slope of 7, an x of 1, and a y of 4. Plug it into y equals mx plus b. So 4 is equal to 7 times 1 plus b. 1 times 7 is 7, so 4 is equal to 7 plus b. Move the 7 over. Subtract it from each side. Negative 3 is equal to b. So now we have y is equal to m, which is 7, x, plus b, which is minus 3, or negative 3. It's a little bit more in depth here with this question. For our next set of examples, we are graphing from slope-intercept form. When we do this, the only thing we need is our slope and our y-intercept. We plot the point that is our y-intercept, and then we use our slope to find the next point, and then we can draw our line through the 2 points. Remember, you only need 2 points in order to draw a line on a coordinate plane. However, that line should go through the entire coordinate plane. So if we look at example A, we have y is equal to 5x minus 4. Our slope is 5, which means you're going to go up 5 and to the right 1. Your y-intercept, or b, is negative 4, which is the ordered pair 0, negative 4. So we're going to start by plotting the 0, negative 4. 0, negative 4 is here. And then we're going to use the slope. It's up 5 to the right 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right 1 is going to give us a point here. And we can continue going up and over 1 if you'd like, or down into the left 1. And then you have your line. And you draw your points through the line, draw your line through the points. And make sure that you have your arrows at the top and bottom of your line. For our next example, we have 2x plus 6y is equal to 6. It's not in slope-intercept form, so we want to put it in slope-intercept form. So we're going to move the 2x over by subtracting it. We're going to have 6y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. And then we're going to divide each side by 6. Now when we do this, we need to divide each term on the right side by that 6. So we have y is equal to negative 2 over 6, which is negative 1 over 3x, plus 6 divided by 6, which is 1. So from here, our slope is negative 1/3, which means that we are going to go down 1 and to the right 3. And then our slope, our y-intercept is 1, which is the ordered pair 0, 1. So we're going to plot that 0, 1 first. Then we're going to go down 1 to the right 3. 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 We could also go up 1 and to the left 3. Up 1 to the left 3. Up 1 to the left 3. And then we would just draw our line through those points. making sure there's arrows at the top and bottom of that line, and we're good. For our next example, C, we have 2x plus y is equal to 4. So same thing, not in slope-intercept form, but we have to put it in slope-intercept form. So we're going to move that 2x over by subtracting it. We have y is equal to negative 2x plus 4. Our slope is negative 2, which means we're going to go down 2 to the right 1. Our y-intercept, so our b is 4, so that's the ordered pair 0, 4. We're going to plot the 0, 4 first, and then we're going to go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. If we want to keep going down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, we can, or we can go up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1. So once you have enough points, which again, you only need 2, draw your line. This is why I do more than that. All right, draw your line through those points. Put arrows at the top, bottom of your line, and then you're done. For D, we have 2x plus 3y is equal to 6, so we're going to move the 2 over by subtracting it. We have 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. We're going to divide each side by 3. We're going to have y is equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Negative 2 divided by 3 is negative 2 over 3. So our slope is negative 2/3, which means we're going to go down 2 to the right 3. And then our y-intercept, or our b, is 2, so that's the ordered pair 0, 2. So start at that 0, 2. Then we're going to go down 2 to the right 3, down 2 to the right 3, down 2 to the right 3. We can also go up 2 and to the left 3, up 2 to the left 3, up 2 to the left 3. Draw your line through those points. Arrows top and bottom of the line, and then you're good. Our last section deals with parallel lines. These parallel lines, the only thing that we're doing is we're showing that the two lines are parallel. When we have parallel lines, our slopes are the same. We just have different y-intercepts. So put the both formulas in slope-intercept form if they are not already, and then find the slopes. If the slopes are the same, they are parallel. If we look at example A, we have 2x plus y is equal to 8, and 2x plus y is equal to 6. So we're going to move the 2x over by subtracting it. We have y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. Our slope is negative 2. Our y-intercept is 8. For the next equation, we're going to move the 2x over by subtracting it from both sides. We're going to have y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. Our slope is negative 2. Our y-intercept is 6. So because those slopes are the same and the y-intercepts are different, these two lines are parallel. In order to write that they are parallel, you are just going to do the two lines with the line underneath it, just like you see here, and that represents that they're parallel. For B, we have 2x minus 3y is equal to 7, and negative 2x plus 3y is equal to 4. So we are going to first start by subtracting the 2x from each side. On this equation, we have negative 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 7. We divide each side by the negative 3. So y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 7, minus 7 over 3. Your slope is 2/3. Your y-intercept, or your b, is negative 7 over 3. With the other equation, we're going to add the 2x to both sides. We have 3y is equal to 2x plus 4. And then we divide each side by 3 to give us y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 4 over 3. For this one, our slope is 2/3. Our y-intercept is 4 over 3. So our slopes here are the same, our y-intercepts are different, so they are parallel. For C, we have x minus 2y is equal to 1, and negative 2x plus 4y is equal to 9. Start with your first equation. Subtract the x from both sides. We have negative 2y is equal to negative x plus 1. Divide each side by negative 2. So y is equal to 1 over 2x minus 1 over 2. So for this one, our slope is 1/2. Our y-intercept is negative 1/2. For the other equation, we're going to add the 2x to both sides. So 4y is equal to 2x plus 9. Then divide each side by the 4. We get y is equal to 1/2 x plus 9 over 4. So on this one, our slope is 1/2, and our y-intercept is 9/4. So because those slopes are the same, our lines are parallel. For our next and last example, for the 4x minus y is equal to 1, we're going to subtract the 4x from each side. So negative y is equal to negative 4x plus 1. Then divide each side by negative 1. This is going to give us y is equal to 4x minus 1. Our slope is 4. Our y-intercept is negative 1. For the other, we're going to add the 8x to both sides. We have 2y is equal to 8x plus 2. Then we're going to divide each side by 2. We have y is equal to 4x plus 1. On this one, our slope is 4. Our y-intercept is 1. So because those slopes are the same, these lines are parallel. We actually do have one extra section here, which are perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are two lines that form a 90-degree angle. When this happens, your slopes are opposites and reciprocals. So they're going to be reciprocals of each other and opposite signs. If we look at example 6a, we have y is equal to 3/4 x minus 1. Our slope is 3/4. Our y-intercept is the negative 1. For the other equation, we have 6y is equal to 8x is equal to 7. We're going to move the 8x over by subtracting it from each side. Get 6y is equal to negative 8x plus 7. Then divide each side by 6. So y is equal to negative 4 over 3x plus 7 over 6. Our slope here is the negative 4 over 3. So look at these two. You have 3/4 and negative 4 over 3. They're opposites and reciprocals, so the lines are perpendicular. In order to draw the lines that are perpendicular, it's going to be an upside down capital T. For B, we have 3x plus 6y is equal to 8. We're going to move the 3x over by subtracting it from each side. So subtract 3x from each side. We have 6y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. Then we're going to divide each side by 6. We have y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 4 over 3. So our slope for this one is the negative 1/2. For our other one, we have y is equal to 2x plus 8. For our slope for this one is just a positive 2 or 2 over 1. 2 or 2 over 1 is the reciprocal of 1/2. And it's also opposite signs, so these two lines are perpendicular. For C, we have 2x minus 8y is equal to 9, and 12x plus 3y is equal to 7. So we're going to move the 2x over by subtracting it. Negative 8y is equal to negative 2x plus 9. Divide each side by negative 8. Remember to flip the signs on everything. We have y is equal to 1 over 4x minus 9 over 8. So our slope for this one is 1/4. For the other example, we're going to subtract the 12x from each side. We have 3y is equal to negative 12x plus 7. Then we're going to divide by 3 on each side. We have y is equal to negative 4x plus 7 over 3. For this one, our slope is negative 4. So look at your two slopes. You have 1/4 and negative 4. They are opposites of each other and reciprocals, so our slopes tell us that these two lines are perpendicular. For D, we have y is equal to x plus 5. Our slope there is 1. And then we have y is equal to 8 minus x. Our slope there is negative 1. So opposites and reciprocals of each other, these two lines are perpendicular.